Hello everyone, my name is MrHurriicane. Welcome back to the Sammy Hollins Madden 15 Career Mode series. The Eagles have lost 5 games in a row, and now take on the 2-5 Panthers at the halfway point of the season. If we want any shot at making the playoffs, it has to begin now. We went to the postseason last year with, I believe, a 10-6 record. Well, we're 2-5 now. The winning has to happen if we even want to think about the playoffs. Sammy comes into today's game with 25 tackles, 2 sacks, no interceptions, and no forced fumbles. Can Sammy help the Eagles finally get a victory? What will happen when Sammy Hollins meets Cam Newton? We'll find out hopefully if Sammy doesn't miss all these tackles. But today the Panthers don't have a couple running backs in the lineup, including free agent pickup Shane Vereen. That means Darren Reeves makes the start. And look at these numbers. 9 carries, 13 yards. We can't afford to not stop the run today. No more excuses. Today we have to get the job done. Alright, we get the football first. Trying to get back on track, we go with a Nick Foles run on the first 2 plays. Never mind, we're not trying to get back on track. Alright, can Sammy tackle Cam Newton? We'll find out hopefully at some point. Panthers open up with 3 receivers, including Brian Hartline. Cam Newton hits Kotchery, it looks like, for a gain of 6. Brandon Boykin and 6'5 Kelvin Benjamin. We'll keep an eye on that matchup. 2nd down and 4 for Cam. He motions Olsen, now takes the snap, fires left, that's jumped and picked off. Go Joe Mays! Inside the 40. And he runs out of bounds. But Joe Mays with the big play on the opening drive. Now can the offense capitalize? 3 yards. Give it to LaShawn McCoy. 7 yards to Cooper. And we have to settle for a field goal. Okay, we'll take the 3-0 lead. Now here's Tolbert leading the way as Darren Reeves runs that way. And picks up 4 yards. Sammy Hollins did get credit for that tackle, and now he got man coverage with one of the best in the game. It's Greg Olsen as he's running. Oh, double move, and it's caught by Greg Olsen into Eagle territory, and he's down to the 39. No more man coverage against Greg Olsen. Okay, I wasn't expecting the double move. My bad. 1st down and 10. There's the handoff. They run it left, and that is a gain of around 5 or 6 for Darren Reeves. Alright, little robber coverage this time on 2nd down. Cam, hands off. Here's Darren Reeves again off tackle, and he has the 1st down. Flag flies in. I'm not sure if someone had a face mask. Yep, I bet we did. Alright, 15 more. 2 tight ends in the game here in the red zone. They send Smith in motion. I'm expecting Reeves again. He does run. Inside, Darren Reeves to the 9-yard line. So far, we're not doing a good job stopping Reeves. Now it's 2nd down. Sammy trying to rush inside, doesn't get there, and that's a touchdown. Brian Hartline from Cam Newton, and the Panthers have taken the lead. Here we go again. Panthers up by 4, and Keldrick Riddick answers 100 yards for a touchdown. All right, good answer. Still in the 1st quarter, we have regained our lead. No more man coverage against Olsen. Now it's Mike Tolbert, I believe, running inside, and that's 7 yards. Sammy's blitzing this time. It's 3rd and inches. We have to stop Darren Reeves. Benjamin in motion. They hand it off. And Sammy makes the tackle, or he helps. But did he lose that forward progress? No, they give him the 1st down. Tolbert in the offset eye. 1st down. Here goes Cam Newton. And there's the tackle by Sammy Hollins. It's his 3rd sack on the season. I tried to go for a hit stick, by the way, but Sammy wanted to wrap up instead. That's okay. Nope, I have to switch this as soon as possible. Alright, get me in a zone. 2nd down and 17. Cam again running. And he slides. He saw Sammy Hollins. Gain of 3. Again, Sammy will cover short as we play a cover 3 zone on 3rd down and 14. Cam goes to the air. And he throws underneath. And, oh, he slips past Sammy. Mike Tolbert nearly picks up the 1st down as I again screwed up. 7 yards to LaShawn McCoy. 5-yard penalty. Thank you. 5 more. 0-yard pass. 9-yard pass. McCoy gets us a first down. 10 to Holmes. 10 to McCoy. Chewing up some clock. And then we stall, and Billy Cundiff misses. Do I switch it again? Of course I do. Oh no, I swapped to a play that was also man coverage against Olsen. And now it's Jericho Cotchery to the 36-yard line. 2nd down and 2. Will Cam go deep? He fires out to Olsen. Sammy's there, and he's down at the 43-yard line. Carolina trying to put something together with around a minute to go in this first half. 1st down and 10. On the run, Cam sprints up the middle and slides at the 35. Carolina already using their timeout, so they only have 1 left. As they'll make an audible here, and so will we. And they go back to what they originally had. So will we. Man coverage on 2nd down and 2. 55 seconds on the clock. Cam fires left. Caught inside the 20. 1st down, Panthers. I have to be careful this time. Cotchery, Hartline, and Olsen on this side of the field. Cam. Oh, it's intercepted! It's picked off by Marcus Smith. Go inside the 30. He's going to go all the way. Pick 6. Yes! 2-score lead. Wow. Cam was going to test me too, wasn't he? He was trying. It's a pick 6 for Marcus Smith. I do want to know what would have happened if Cam could have gotten that throw off cleanly. And that is it for the first half, as the Panthers looked like they were going to at least tie the game. A pick 6 by Marcus Smith completely changes this first half. Now it's a 10-point game as we reach the halfway point. So now into the second half. 2 Cam Newton interceptions and a Philadelphia 10-point lead. Handoff goes inside. Darren Reeves for another first down. Gain of 10. They got trips on the opposite side as Cam will throw on 1st down, and now he'll run. And he runs to the open side across the 50. Cam Newton to the Philadelphia 43. Covering the flats once again. Try running it this way with Reeves. They always run it away. And this time we actually stopped him. Gain of 3. 3rd down and 7. Carolina outside field goal range unless they want the 57-yarder. And I'm covering the corner route. There's Cam trying to run outside. I missed again. I cannot handle these hit sticks. Now it's a 54-yard try for Graham Gano and his strong leg as he makes this a 7-point game in the 3rd quarter. Can we get this back to a 2-score lead? Incomplete, 4-yard run. Was that enough? No, it wasn't. Already close to midfield. Handoff goes to Reeves outside. Stiff arm and brought down by Sammy, who had to run all the way across the field. Alright, now it's Jericho Cotchery. Sammy again in man coverage, everybody. Hartline in motion. And Cotchery sits down, pass left. Almost picked off, intended for Greg Olsen. Cover 1 with Sammy Hollins covering deep. From the 40, inside run. And Darren Reeves keeps powering forward. Gain of 9. 3rd down and 2. They're going to run this off tackle. No, it's a play action. I lay out Cam Newton, but he finds Mike Tolbert. And that will be enough for a Carolina first down. They got me on the fake that time. And now the 3rd quarter's winding down, and they will get the play off. Handoff goes to Reeves through a wide open lane. And he's inside the 10 for another first down. This run defense just isn't getting it done. 1st down and goal at the 8-yard line. Again, Olsen in motion. Handoff, Darren Reeves inside the 5 and down to the 1-yard line. Could Sammy be coming off the field here? Please don't say he is. And Sammy's on the bench. Nothing for Cam Newton. And then a touchdown, I believe it was Mike Tolbert. I really want to try that winning thing we did to begin the season. That was fun. Now it's 17 apiece. 10 unanswered from Carolina. And we just went 3 and out. Will the Eagles ever win again? That is the question everybody's asking right now. 1st down. Handoff to Darren Reeves. Brought down by Mays. Now it's a 2nd down and 5. And Olsen makes the catch outside. Sammy was close in coverage. Obviously not close enough. Greg Olsen once again. Do we try it? Well, I think they're going to be running it anyway. 1st down and 10. Here comes Kelvin Benjamin. They run it. And Darren Reeves slips through again. Close to a 1st down, if not a 1st down. 104 yards, by the way. Why can't we stop the run anymore? I remember being able to stop the run last year. 3:12 remains. 1st down and 10. And there's the carry. Hand off to Darren Reeves. And he picks up 7 more. I'm doing far too much guessing on the ground, thinking they're going to bounce it outside and they run inside instead. My bad. 2nd down and 2. And again, Darren Reeves runs right into Sammy Hollins, and that's another solid gain. The Panthers continue to run, and they do so here. Darren Reeves off tackle and wrapped up shy of the marker. They have Mike Tolbert in the backfield on 3rd and inches. Cam out of the shotgun. It's a handoff, and Tolbert is brought down by Sammy, but he does get the 1st. 1st down and goal from the 4. Sending Smith in motion. Handoff goes inside. Making a move is Reeves, and he's stopped. Sammy is off the field. 2 yards for Reeves. And then they have to settle for a field goal. Our offense will have a chance to win the game. At least tie the game. Let's go to overtime or just go win it. 27-yard return. Incomplete. Drop. Another incompletion. Come on. No, it's over. We're going to lose again. 6 straight losses for the Philadelphia Eagles. The Carolina Panthers, down 2 scores at the half, shut us out in the 2nd half and win 20-17. We haven't won a game since week 2. This is unbelievable. We have now lost as many games as we did all of last season. So unless we're going to win out our last 8, we're not going to be matching the success of last year and are likely not headed back to the postseason. 34 yards, Nick Foles. That's it. 34 yards. How do you only throw for 34 yards on 14 attempts? Darren Reeves, 129 yards. On defense, Sammy Hollins checks in with a team-leading 8 tackles, including a sack. Once again next week, we play a team with a bad record. The 2-6 Atlanta Falcons and the 2-6 Philadelphia Eagles. Is next week. Finally another victory for us. We'll find out next time in the Sammy Hollins Madden 15 Career Mode series. I just simmed past our bye week, and now I'm back to upgrading some more ratings. Seeing what can help us out here. We'll do awareness and all that other good stuff. What else can I upgrade? Maybe man coverage. Want to get better at that. Mainly, I'm just hoping that man coverage helps out the first step. I know, like, I control the coverage, but hopefully I'm helping that first step out. But next time we play the Atlanta Falcons, thank you guys again for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, comment your feedback, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh yeah, and subscribe, forgot that part. Have a great day, guys.